Whoops, that was not the right thing to click on. Hello everyone and welcome. Darkside Phil here. And welcome to the weekend preview. Today is October 20th. Today is October 25th, 2015, excuse me. It's been an interesting, a fun week, a different week than I had originally planned in a lot of ways. And what I want to do is kind of very quickly review what I did this past week. I want to get you guys ready for this big marathon coming up for Halloween. I got an update on that. I want to talk a little bit about the next marathon. I want to talk about all the stuff coming up this week, the big new releases this week, finally some big high-profile ones I know people want to see, continuing ones, and this marathon, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But first, this past week was interesting. I finished up, of all the things, I played a little bit more Talos Principle. I didn't get to beat the game. And quite honestly, at this point, with all the new releases coming out, I don't know when I'm going to get to beat the game. Talos Principle might be something that I save up for a future time period when I have some downtime. The bottom line is not a lot of people were following along the playthrough anyway. In fact, it was a very, very, very low number of people who were actually following along as far into the playthrough as I had gotten. I like the game, and I do want to continue it at a future date. We'll see what happens with that. I played more Disgaea 5, and that's good, because I'm actually getting into Disgaea 5, I'm upgrading the abilities of the characters, I'm getting some better cool abilities, but I finally reached a point, I think, at this game where I've kind of hit the wall. I'm going to need to grind. It's funny, because I started reading the comments on the videos, and people are like, yeah, by the time that I was, in this part of the game, I was like 20 levels above what Phil is right now, so he needs to do some grinding so that he can get better abilities, better weapons, and stuff. So Disgaea 5, I'm liking, but for now, it's going on hiatus for the new releases. Again, when I get some time at a later date, that'll be the ongoing kind of playthrough that I balance with everything else if I have some time in between the new games that are coming out between now and the end of the year, alright? Looks like I'm going to need some grinding, so probably what I'll do eventually is sync up my PS Vita in a couple nights, grind a little bit to get the characters up, and then we'll continue on with that playthrough when I have time for it. 2 episodic games ended this past week, Tales from the Borderlands and Life is Strange. I'll be honest, I really liked Life is Strange overall. I wasn't very pleased with the ending, but the last episode was still pretty entertaining. The flip side of that, Tales from the Borderlands, I actually feel is the second best game from Telltale games I've ever played. I think The Walking Dead is the best, Tales from the Borderlands is second best, and then at a very close third would be The Wolf Among Us. That's how much I actually liked Tales from the Borderlands. The ending was amazing. Really epic, funny, cool stuff. Great writing. I hope you'll check it out because I really enjoyed it. But honestly, out of all the Telltale games I've played, that one seems to have gotten the least attention. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if people just don't like it because it's Borderlands, and if you didn't play Borderlands, maybe you don't care about it. Really, you don't need to know anything about Borderlands to watch that playthrough and enjoy it. But anyway, that concluded this week as well, okay? Now, in addition to that, the Street Fighter V Beta Wave 2 launched, and I got to play it, but not as much as I had originally planned. I wanted to play it all day Thursday, and I also wanted to play it all day Monday. Well, come to find out, they decided to do 12 hours of server maintenance on Thursday, which meant I only got to play an hour and a half. So I did get to try out the new characters, like Armika and Nikali, and I got to try out the new version of Vega. Alright, so I did get to actually mess with some of the new characters, but it was kind of like, it wasn't as much as I had wanted to. I had to rush through it a little bit, because I only had an hour and a half before they went down for 12 hours of maintenance. Then I played it again today. I was originally going to play it all day Monday, but I found out the beta ended today. It ended at 4 p.m. today, so I took around 3 hours today, and I played with the 2 new characters that were released over the weekend, Rashid and Karin, I think they pronounce it Kareen, which is hilarious, because you think it's Karen, but it's Kareen, apparently. And I like both of them. I actually think that those 2 characters are really awesome. And they were my 2 favorite characters that I had played with so far. I spent a lot of time with them. Those videos are now live. They just went live today on DSP Gaming. I strongly recommend you check them out because that was a lot of fun. Learning those characters, some cool combos, strategies. It was really fun. But at the same time, I'll be honest, I was frustrated with the fucking netcode because the game drops a ton of frames. Whether it's dropping your inputs so your moves just don't come out, or dropping your block input so you stop blocking out of nowhere, or actual visible jumping around of the graphics because the netcode is called rollback netcode, which is supposed to avoid showing the game slow down and look laggy. Instead, it jumps around everywhere, which is just as bad. So it's no better than any other online fighting game that I've ever played before. It's just as laggy as the others. It's just a different kind of lag, a different kind of issue. And it pisses me off because I'm playing the game. Every time I've played Street Fighter V now, I've enjoyed it. Because I'm like, wow, I like the fundamentals of this game. I'm getting into it. I'm learning more about it. This is a fun game. And then I play it online and wow, well, so I'm just getting destroyed because I can't tell what's hitting me because it's skipping frames of animation. I swear I was blocking it. I get hit by that super randomly, and is it a throw? I don't know. It's frustrating. So it's a combination of enjoyment and frustration when I'm playing this game in the beta. I still hope you'll check out the footage. It is pretty entertaining and fun, and I cannot wait for whenever the next beta is, because it's probably going to have Zangief and Laura, who both look like fun characters, obviously. Zangief, one of my mains all the time. More on that, obviously, when it's been made available by Capcom, all right? And then, of course, certainly last but not least, Assassin's Creed Syndicate started on Friday. It released, and I played it all day Friday, and I played it for my gameplay stream on Saturday. Originally, it was also supposed to be Sunday, but I had to swap because the Street Fighter V beta ended today. So tomorrow, Monday, will be more of Assassin's Creed Syndicate all day, 2 sessions of it. And yes, for now, I'm going to live stream it. But if I notice that there's trailing off of people showing up, I'm not going to live stream it every time. So last time I streamed it, we did hit around 400 viewers. Great. If we can keep doing that, I'll keep streaming. But if I stream it tomorrow and we don't get that many, I'm going to stop streaming it. When I play it, it'll be an offline, so it won't be streamed every time, okay? So all day Monday, that's what I'm doing. 2 sessions of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. First one I'll stream. We'll see how it goes to see if I stream the second one or not. Tuesday, 2 big high-profile games coming out this week. Halo 5 and WWE2K16. I'm going to be honest, people have been asking me, what's the order you're going to play them? What are you more interested in? I am leaps and bounds more interested in WWE2K16 than I am in Halo 5. Those who saw me play Halo 4 know I was not impressed. I didn't really like the game that much. I thought that it was more of a watered-down version of the original Halos. You could tell it was developed by another company. I didn't like the story at all. I thought it was really kind of blasé and boring and generic and just not a good story. And I'm hoping that this one's better. But I didn't really enjoy Halo 4 that much. I didn't think of all the hype that it got and all the sales it made. I didn't really think it was a great game. So Halo 5, I'm not really hyped for it. I want to play it. I certainly want to experience the campaign. I definitely want to try the multiplayer. I am going to be doing multiplayer with fans in late November with this multiplayer event I'm going to be doing around Thanksgiving. More on that shortly. But I'm not like super pumped for Halo 5. I'm not. I'm more pumped for WWE. So what I'm going to do is Tuesday, my first gameplay session, yes, it will be live streamed, will be WWE 2K16, and I want to check out the Stone Cold Steve Austin storyline. I want to go through that cool campaign with Austin and go through all his feuds. That's going to be so awesome to relive that Attitude Era stuff. He's coming up from, you know, from WCW and all, where he came when he was signed from WWE and becoming this big iconic figure, and then, you know, going and taking the WWE really into the next generation. That's what I want to start with the game. So I'm going to start that first stream on Tuesday, and then second stream Tuesday will be the debut of the campaign of Halo 5, all right? And I'm going to be doing it solo, making it abundantly clear, since I don't know how the schedule is going to work this week. I'm not going to do a Halo 5 campaign co-op. I'm going to do it solo, and that's going to start Tuesday night. Wednesday, kind of the same thing. I'll probably do more WWE, more Halo 5. Thursday, probably the same thing, but the order that I do it will be dependent on viewer feedback. So if people are like, all right, you played WWE 2 times as your main stream. We'd like to see it now. Halo 5 more as your main focus today. Maybe I'll flip-flop it on Thursday, and we'll flip them, okay? Same thing that I just did with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If I notice that after streaming these games 1 or 2 days, people aren't really showing up for the streams anymore, I'm not going to stream them. I'll just do them offline recording like I've been doing, right? I've been recording offline and just uploading the footage to YouTube. I'll do that if, you know, I notice that there's a drop-off in interest. Now, I will say this. When I do these premiere streams, this new gameplay of these new games, I will have the stream chat closed. So many people have told me you just should not have distractions. Close the stream chat. So I will. I'll make sure the stream's up and running, but then I'll close the stream chat to make sure there's no interruptions or disturbances while I'm playing these new games, all right? Now, this Friday is a little different because I'm not doing 2 gameplay streams, because since we're having a special event on Saturday, that means I can't do my normal errands and chores and stuff that I usually do on Saturday. So Friday's a half day, meaning one half of the day I'll be doing a major gameplay session or stream, depending on what happens. And then the second half of the day, excuse me, is going to be me out with Leanna going around doing shopping and getting ready for the weekend and you know, grocery shopping and everything for the next week. So Friday, only 1 session. Saturday, the Halloween Marathon. And I have to say special thanks to the September patrons who made this possible. We just made the goal, so we're doing it. It's going to be a 7-hour marathon of me doing horror-themed games. I bought a Halloween costume. If you want a little preview of it, I put that up on Twitter and Instagram last night, so check that out, okay? Twitter Twitter right here, or on Instagram. Oh my God. On Instagram, I'm also They Call Me DSP. If you want to search for me on Instagram, you can find my photo feed there. And so I'll be in costume with face cam. Right now with the voting, it seems split between Saw 2 and Fatal Frame Made into Black Water. So what I might do is start with Saw 2, play that for a couple hours. If people are digging it, I'll keep going. If not, if people want me to see me play Fatal Frame, I'll switch it up and I'll play Fatal Frame for the rest of the stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. Horror themed gameplay, Halloween special on Halloween. Again, special thanks to the September patrons who are allowing me to do this for the first time in 3 freaking years. Awesome. Then, Sunday, Monday, we'll continue, all right, with everything. So whether it's the campaign of Halo 5, whether it's that Austin mode in WWE, maybe I'll go back to Assassin's Creed for a bit, because I'm not going to have beaten Assassin's Creed by then. I know I'm not. I know. There's no way I'll have beaten Assassin's Creed by then. And then, of course, that coming Tuesday after that, November 3rd, we've got the new Need for Speed game. Later on that week, we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So you see what's happening now. Now we're getting so many releases so quickly, there's no way that I can cover them in full. So what am I planning on doing? I want to do the Austin story mode above all else in WWE2K16. Absolutely yes. I want to scan in my face with this new app that they have this year, and I want to eventually do a career mode in it, but I don't think that's going to be my priority. I think that might be something I do later in November or December when I have more downtime. Then I'll focus on the career mode of WWE2K16. However, I do want to do simulations again. I want to bring back the pay-per-view simulations because I stopped doing them last year when the simulation mode sucked. There wasn't enough created characters. The created characters kind of sucked. There wasn't created title. There wasn't enough interaction and creativity stuff in WWE2K15 for me to really do my sims justice last year. This year there is. They brought all that shit back. It's going to be so good. I can't imagine what I'm going to find on the community creations after a couple weeks. It's zany stuff. So I will start to bring back sims, and I may even do a special simulation for, say, the holidays and stuff like that. So that will be coming up, just so everyone knows. But the priority for this week is the Austin story mode and the campaign of Halo 5. Those are the focuses. Halo 5 multiplayer, do I want to play it? Yes. Is it a focus? No. I will eventually play it, but it's not anything I'm going to go bonkers for. I may do one session if I could squeeze it in, but really I'm going to be doing lots of multiplayer in late November with viewers. It's a week-long special I'm going to be doing. Therefore, I'll talk about more about that as we get closer to it, all right? So, to recap, Assassin's Creed Syndicate tomorrow all day long. The premieres of Halo 5 and WWE 2K16 starting on Tuesday and continuing throughout the week. Friday will only be a half day. Not sure what I'm going to be playing. We'll see what happens, what game you want to see me play. Saturday, the Halloween Marathon. Sunday, Monday, following up on everything, whether more Assassin's Creed or WWE, whatever I haven't gotten through. Continuing Saturday or Sunday, Monday. And then next week we've got Need for Speed and other stuff. Okay, we'll talk more about that when we get to it. All right. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, there is now less than a week left to pledge to my Patreon for the month of October. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. The reason you want to pledge in the next week, actually less than a week now, is because if we hit the goal, just like we did this month, we're doing this awesome Halloween marathon, right? We hit the goal, I'm going to be doing a rock-a-thon. I'm going to be playing Rock Band 4. I'm staring at it right now. I'm going to be doing it in a marathon stream session. That's the only way I can do it. I can't do it as a standard playthrough due to content ID and copyright risks. But if I do it as one continuous stream, only one video, there's not that much risk. It's only one thing. You know what I mean? And so that's how I'm going to be doing it. But we need to hit the goal in order for me to do it. It'll be just like this Halloween stream. It'll be a 7-hour stream of me playing the guitar, doing vocals, and all kinds of stuff all day long. It'll be a ton of fun with face cam, but we have to hit the goal to do it. All right? So right now, we haven't hit the goal. Right now, we're actually under the goal, and there's still people who I know are going to lower their pledges from last month. And typically with the people who pledge, there's about 20 people who always get declined every month. So right now, we're not even at the goal. And it's going to lower when it finally actually comes through. We need to really get on this. If you were planning on pledging for the month of October, now is the time. You'll get cool perks for yourself, such as the people who are about to be thanked in this video momentarily. You can get your questions answered on Ask the King, which, by the way, the next episode is coming up in late November, early December. Just want to make that abundantly clear. And so if you were a $20 patron last month in September, or if you're a $20 patron this month, the thread is already live on the kingofhate.com forums for you to post up your questions. Just want to make that clear as well. Those will be answered on the next episode. You could get a signed t-shirt. You could get a private Q&A video. In fact, literally right before I filmed this, I made a private Q&A video for a patron from the month of September, and I spent about 25-30 minutes doing it. I hope he likes it. I just did one earlier that was like 36 minutes earlier this month. That person really loved it. So everyone who I've done the Q&A video for has loved it. Hopefully, other people will jump on that too and take advantage of it. I would really love to hit the goal. I mean, these marathons I've done this year, indie games, Crash Bandicoot, Halloween, and now a Rockathon, all this made possible because of Patreon. I hope that you'll check it out, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, if not for your own personal perks, to hopefully hit that goal, and we will do a Rockathon coming up soon. All right. That is it, everyone. A great week. 2 new games, continuing new game. Lots of fun stuff. I'm very much looking forward to it. I hope you are too. That is it for the weekend preview. Peace out, everyone. Without further ado, thank you to the following patrons who pledged the month of September. Ignore the typo that says that it was for August. These are pledges from September. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you for the new stuff this week. Peace out.